Tonight we are going to be talking about how to make a sale and how to sign new coaches. This is especially important for you guys right now because that's what we're all trying to do right now. Hopefully we have all, and actually I know you guys have all, gone into your groups and started getting everyone hyped up, started messaging people individually. Maybe people have started reaching out to you because they've noticed that you're doing something new. So this is the time to start learning how to specifically close a sale. So Marissa and I are going to go over some templates that we're going to be loading later tonight. We're going to be going over just the general step-by-step rules on how to close a sale. Hi.
Hi, I'm here.
Don't mind me. I'm really going to be really rude and mute you right now so the video or the audio doesn't bounce, but we'll unmute you guys pretty soon. Sorry. So like I just said, in case Tony didn't hear this part, we're going to be going over closing sales. Riss, do you want to start us off with templates and things of that nature?
Yeah, but I do want to encourage you guys to be taking notes because this stuff is real good.
Yeah.
Brianna, notepads.
You turn into a robot. I don't think they heard what you just said.
Were you taking notes?
There you go. So I guess the best part is that it freezes too, so you just look really pretty right now. So make sure you're taking notes. We're going to be going over a lot of information tonight, and it's going to be some good stuff. So you are no longer frozen and looking awkward, Riss. Go for it. Dang it.
Sure?
No, you're frozen again, but I can hear you. Okay, I can see you go.
Okay. If it freezes, just pick up where I'm leaving off. So we're going to talk about some templates. The first thing is your customers. This is so terrible.
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Why don't you just do it, Gabby?
All right, so we're going to be going over some templates on basically how to just start a conversation. So we've gone over briefly how to start a conversation with your, midweek hype ups. We talked to you guys this morning. Hopefully you guys saw it, just on what to say in the middle of the week to kind of get people excited, to get them started talking about the challenge groups that we have coming up. And just as a reminder, we have September 21st that Marissa and I are hosting for you guys, 21 days. You guys are hosting another free fitness group on the 21st as well, and we're doing an October 5th group. I suggest you guys run your own, but if you're not comfortable with that, Marissa and I will be running our own anyways, and you can throw girls in our group. So these are the things that you're trying to get people plugged into right now within your group. With that said, I'm going to, Riss, do you want me to do a screen takeover to show them the templates while I talk?
Yeah.
We're going to do a little screen share with y'all. And go over some things. So we are going to be sharing these templates with you guys tonight, so don't feel the need to write anything down word for word. Don't worry about that. Right now we're just going to be kind of giving you the gist of why we do what we do and what our orders are. If at any time you guys have problems seeing anything, hearing anything, I can still see you guys on the side of the screen, so just wave at me and I'll unmute you and you can tell me whatever you're saying. In fact, you can unmute yourself at any given moment. So if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. So right here is it's called response email showing faults. I don't always use the beginning of this. This is just an area that I relate to people. So in my initial email, I had asked them what they're doing for exercise, how they're eating, and I kind of assumed based off a lot of experience that people are going to say something kind of negative, that they're yo-yo eating, that they're yo-yo exercising, that they're not doing great. So I immediately started off right here by relating to people. I've been through that too, because I have been through that too. That's not a lie. We've all had down moments. We don't want to come off as perfect in any way. We want to be relatable. So I don't always use that because that's not always the case, but I start that with showing my faults as well. I move into what a challenge group is. It's one of the lengthiest emails you're going to send, because in general, you don't want it to be so lengthy that they're going to ignore it. But this has a lot of information packed into here. And this is one of those emails that we didn't come up with the verbiage for. It was passed down to us, and we just corrected the grammar from it. But I say that because it's tried and true. This is something that we took from one of the top sellers in the company. So this is good stuff right here. This works. These people are in the Millionaires Club, and this is where we got this email from. So we go into explaining what a challenge group is. It's a 3-week system on Facebook. We talk about how we want to customize their health and fitness. And that's special because we are going to customize. We're going to be asking them questions to figure out which program works for them specifically. So that's really important to know, that it's not a one-size-fits-all type deal. We're going to start talking about Shakeology, because Shakeology is a huge part, not only with our sales, but also it's a key to success within working the program as a customer, getting everything out of it that you can, getting all the health benefits out of it. So we're going to really talk about how amazing Shakeology is. And we're going to get into that for a second, but this is just challenge group explanation. And the third paragraph, so we went over the fitness program, we went over Shakeology. We're going to be talking about diets now. So we go into how diets work within our 3-week program, how we've created a curriculum for them to be successful. We're bringing it back to them. We're making everything unique to them specifically. And most importantly, possibly, we end it with a question. Because if you end something with a question, it's going to make them more likely to respond. It's a natural thing. If you ask a question, people are going to want to respond more. So don't just say, I hope to hear from you soon. Ask them, what do you think about this? What do you like about this most? Try and ask a question that's positive too, because then you're more likely to get a positive answer out of them. So ask them any question that you can think of that is as positive as you can that relates to whatever you just wrote. Sign off with whatever information you can that leads them back to your social media, your pages, whatever you can. That's that. Did I miss anything there, Maris?
Nope. That was all the good stuff.
Okay. We are now going to talk about when people write back and you've told them everything that's great about our challenge group. So you've explained everything. And they immediately ask, how much does this cost? And the cost of things can immediately be a turnoff if you're not aware of everything that's coming with this. So if someone immediately says, how much is this going to cost? We try and avoid talking about money as much as possible, because talking about money is awkward. It's sticky. No one wants to do it. So if someone immediately says, how much does this cost? You're going to turn it around. That depends on which program you want. And that's true. That we're not being sneaky. We're not being salesy. It depends on which program they want. So we're going to ask them questions. What kind of workouts do you like to do? Do you like dancing? Do you like toning? Do you like cardio? Do you like kickboxing? We're going to get to know them more, because the goal here is to figure out which program works for them, to send them to that program so you specifically are never going to be associated with that cost. You have to never write a dollar amount is the goal for you. Obviously, if this is your mom or your best friend, this isn't going to be the case. This is a general rule. So you're going to separate yourself from that cost as much as possible. When they pick out the program that they want, you send them the link and explain to them, and we have a template for that, which we will obviously be sharing for you, but I send them my link and the step-by-step tools to get to that specific program so there's no confusion. This is exactly how you get to the program that you just picked. Order it. After you order it, email me and let me know so I can make sure everything went through. This is not only so you can, in fact, make sure that everything went through correctly, but also so that way you're telling them to email you back. You've encouraged further communication. So let's say they go and look at the price and realize, whoa, that's way too much. They're going to be more likely to respond instead of just ignoring you, because you've engaged with them beyond that already. So that way, if they come back to you and say that is way too expensive, they're more likely to say that, and you can address the cost concerns, which is a big thing that we're going to be talking about right now.
Can't you make payments or something like that? I
That
saw
is only through what is it? Through the infomercials. So one of my biggest pet peeves, and that's kind of a strong word to use for this, but about Beachbody as a company, is that they can buy things through infomercials and they can buy things through Amazon. So you have competition. What you have to offer that those don't is that you are so amazing that they want to work with you as their coach. After they buy that, they can sign up with you as a coach for their further Shakeology, but you're not going to get that initial challenge pack. So we never want to bring that up, if at all avoidable. So yes, they can, but we're pretending like that doesn't exist. That's outside of what we do. So if someone asked me that, I would not even, I wouldn't be lying. I wouldn't even think about it. I would say, no, it's a one-time cost, because that's what I'm offering. If you go to the infomercial, they're offering something else, but I'm offering this and it's a one-time fee. So within cost concerns, does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Sometimes you guys know I ramble. So within cost concerns, as soon as someone says, I'm sorry, that's way too expensive for me, or if they say, why is that so expensive? Why is Shakeology so expensive? We need to start adding value, because we have it. We're not lying. We're not being, sneaky. We have value, so we need to show them what our value is. Risk, you're not phrasing it all. Do you mind taking over for a second?
Yeah. So the biggest technique that we employ at all times is it's called the feel, felt, found method. And this works for any kind of concern that they have, but especially the cost concern. And what that means is you always want to relate back to their concern and let them know that you understand where they're coming from. So you tell them, I know how you feel. I felt the same way, and this is what I found. So that's the feel, felt, found method. So when they come back and they say it's too expensive, you say, oh my gosh, I completely know how you feel. I felt like it was too expensive too. But what I found was XYZ. I excel in challenge groups. Challenge groups were the one thing that made this a lifestyle for me. Shakeology helped me get, the water weight off, whatever it is. You just let them know, like, this is why paying that money is worth it. It's a worthy investment in their health, and it's good for them. So, and that said too, if you don't have all the answers to their questions, which is totally normal, 100% normal, just remember that in a lot of cases, enthusiasm trumps knowledge and skill. So maybe you don't have all the questions. Maybe they're going to ask you some specific nutrient facts about Shakeology and you don't know the answer. And you're going to say, you know what? I actually don't know the answer to that, but I'd be happy to look at that for you. But here's what I know about Shakeology. Here's why I love it. Or here's what I know about this fitness program, and here's why I love that fitness program. And then always make sure that you get back to them, though. If they have questions and you didn't know the answer and you offered to get that information for them, make sure you follow up and follow through and give them that information that you're looking for. So the feel, felt, found method is key for any kind of concerns that they're coming after, but especially the cost concerns, because you do have a lot of value. Like Gabby said, they get so much for that fee. They get a lifetime coach. I mean, you are their coach to guide them for as long as they want you for that one fee. That's it. So that should be enough. So that said, let's see, we talked about how we avoid cost at all times if possible. We don't even discuss that. Gabby, you already...
Let's go into Shakeology and why it's so expensive, because that's before we move on to other non-cost related things. So people are going to say, why is Shakeology so expensive? What about it is so good? Why is your protein powder so expensive? I can get a cheaper protein powder at Target. You're going to say, because it's not a protein powder. It's more than that. It's a meal replacement shake. And that doesn't mean that you drink that and that's your dinner necessarily. It means that it has enough nutrients to replace a meal if you want it to. Or it's a snack, or it's a supplement. It's what you want it to be. You want it to be a dinner, you add, a bunch of stuff to it and it's a dinner. But it's whatever you need it to be. So here is everything that Shakeology offers. And I'm going to explain everything, but I do want to say that you guys are your own CEOs of your own individual businesses. We are a team, but you are in control of your own business. And with that said, as a CEO of a business, you need to know about the products that your business offers. And that doesn't mean that you need to know everything right now, but it does mean that you need to be actively learning things about your business, your products. So Marissa and I wrote down some of the products that we think that you guys should start learning about. Shakeology obviously being number one. So I'm going to tell you some things about Shakeology, but I want you to look up the ingredients yourself of a few flavors. I want you to do a little bit of research just so that way when people ask you questions, you can be knowledgeable, you can have some answers, or at the very least, you know where to send them to get answers. So we'll talk about Shakeology first, and then we're going to talk about a few programs that we think you guys should have video links for on hand, should know exactly what they do and who they're good for, things like that. So for Shakeology, it is obviously a protein powder, so there's protein in there. If you get the vegan, it is a vegan protein, so it's not from whey. The good part about that is that whey makes a lot of people bloat. That's very, very common. It's hard on the digestive system. It makes people bloat. There's some studies that say it's hard on the liver, but there are some die-hard whey fans. And for those people, they can have the regular Shakeology. They just believe that whey is better, and that might be true. You know, science goes either way on it. So for those people, regular Shakeology is the way to go. For people that want something a little bit easier on the digestive system, go vegan. So it has protein. It has a multivitamin. With that part said, the vegan and the regular are different. The regular Shakeology has an actual multivitamin in it. So you can go to the back and see exactly how much of each vitamin is in each serving. So this is really good to know for pregnant women, for breastfeeding moms, because a lot of women can use, and always, if they have any illness, if they're on any medication, if they're pregnant, if they're breastfeeding, say, I do know people that can take Shakeology with that and do it successfully, but you need to see your doctor. Covers your butt, covers Beachbody's butt. So always, you need to talk to your doctor. Bring it into your doctor, show them. So the regular Shakeology has a multivitamin added to it. Vegan Shakeology does have vitamins in it, but they are naturally occurring vitamins. So you're not going to see a vitamin list on the side because it might not be the same amount of vitamins per each bag because they're naturally occurring. So you are getting a multivitamin out of it, but they cannot guarantee a specific amount of each vitamin. So if someone is nursing or something, they might need to supplement Shakeology with folic acid, whatever their doctor suggests. So like I said, bring in the bag with them to their doctor. So full multivitamin in regular, multivitamins in general in vegan, but not as regulated, if you will. It also has a probiotic, which for those of us with digestive issues is huge. Probiotics, good ones, are expensive. So they are getting an expensive probiotic with their multivitamin, with their protein powder. Already, that's 3 huge things, and that adds up. So we are already accumulating a lot of value into Shakeology with those 3 things. They are also getting superfoods. And anyone that is a crazy health nut like myself tries to get superfoods in wherever they can, and they know that superfoods are expensive. It has a lot of them too. It has, flax seeds, chia seeds, cacao powder, and those things by themselves can go anywhere between $10 and $20 and $30 a bag. So if you're adding your superfoods, your probiotics, your multivitamins, your protein powders, these things are starting to add up really quick, guys. And so they're getting a big bang for their buck, even if it might not seem like it. So not only are they getting something that's good for their waistline, but this is going to change their health. It's going to change their digestive health. They're going to get nutrients out of it, even if they're not big veggie fans. And if someone does tell you, just by the way note, that they don't like vegetables or they have really bad digestive issues, we now have something called Boosts, which are supplements to Shakeology that are specifically made for people that don't like vegetables. It's a green boost. Or for people that have really bad digestive issues that need more help than just Shakeology on its own can do, we have a digestive boost. There's also an energy boost. Vegan Shakeology has green tea in it, so it has a tiny bit of caffeine. Not a lot, just a tiny naturally occurring amount. But if someone wants a lot more energy out of it, then we have an energy boost now. So there are 3 other supplements that we could be selling really easily that aren't, bro supplements. They're not, I'm going to go work out in the gym supplements, because that's not for everyone. We have health supplements. But if you do want bro supplements, we have those too. But we'll stick to Shakeology kind of talk for right now. So you're getting so much out of Shakeology. You're getting health, you're getting diet help, you're getting. Did you guys see the passion that I just talked about Shakeology about? You need to adopt that passion. You need to have that knowledge. You need to be able to say, wow, you're getting so much out of it. Because if you can say it and believe that yourself, because you guys have been drinking it, you're starting to maybe realize the results. So if you guys can say that yourselves, then your customers are going to realize, and they're going to be super interested in. I can't believe how long I just talked about Shakeology. We're going to start talking about more stuff. I really like Shakeology, y'all. And if you guys adopt that, I swear you're going to start selling it.
Yeah.
So, Riz, why don't we get into video suggestions?
Yeah, absolutely. On the topic of Shakeology, I would encourage you all to write down the reasons why you love Shakeology and commit them to your memory. If anybody ever asks you why you drink it, you're your own best advocate. Know why you drink it, and then you'll be able to share that with them. And that's going to show through. So know the reasons why you love Shakeology, and then you'll be able to talk about Shakeology. That's really all it takes. Yeah.
Can I ask you a quick, sorry. So what do you say to someone, or do you have a template for it, when they say that they don't like supplements? And I mean, I could say, yeah, it has probiotics, it's, can get vegan, et cetera, but do you have anything in particular that you would say?
There are 2 different kinds of people in general that don't like supplements. There are people that don't like it because it's extra work, and there are people that don't like it because they believe that they like to eat their supplements. They like to eat it naturally. The biggest thing for people that say that they like to eat them naturally, one of the biggest reasons that they like to do it is because your body absorbs things better if you're eating it. You don't absorb the pills that you take as much. It's just a natural thing. But Shakeology is actually, your body processes it like it would a food. So you are getting those nutrients absorbed into your body better than you would with a multivitamin, better than you would with any pill. You are actually getting more bang from your buck because of that specifically. And we're never telling people, you're drinking Shakeology, so you don't have to eat as healthy because you're getting nutrients now. This is to get extra. This is to help anything that you might be missing. Because on any given day, it's very unlikely that you're getting every nutrient that you need. I eat very healthy, but I cannot eat every fruit and vegetable that I need to get everything that I can get out of Shakeology. So this is going to fill in those missing gaps. So that's the biggest thing that I would say to those people, is that by drinking it like you are with Shakeology, you're absorbing a lot just like you would a food. It's the same kind of thing. And that it's not just to take over. You're still supposed to be eating healthy. This is just, that missing piece, whatever it might be for you that day.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
Gabby, can we get out of the share screen? It's annoying me.
Yeah, I've been staring at you guys for a long time. Weird stuff.
I like to see everybody, so. Okay, so we want to talk about a little bit about the different programs that you should be learning about. You should be going on your Beachbody site and learning some of the basics about the most popular programs. Again, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to have every fact memorized, but you should know a handful or so of the programs, being 21 Day Fix, 21 Day Fix Extreme, Insanity, PiYo, Size, the P90s, and T25. Even TurboFire, maybe, if you're feeling good about it, add TurboFire in there too. Because again, this is all about what your clients want and what they need out of their workout program. So you should know that 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme are for beginners, intermediate, and then intermediate advanced. And these are 30-minute or less boot camp style workouts that target every single body area, paired with a meal plan to give maximum results in 30 minutes a day, 3 weeks. Boom. Insanity is for insane people, crazies, athletes,
People.
people that are already really fit but looking to take their workouts up to the next level. They're looking for insanity. Cryo is, the yogis and the bar fanatics and people that need a low impact workout, something easy on their joints. There's no equipment whatsoever required in it. Those kinds of people need PiYo. Size is for people that like to dance.
You don't have to be good at it.
What's that?
But you don't have to be good at it.
No, I do size. I'm the worst dancer in the whole world. I do size. So anybody can do it. That's the truth. Shanti is the greatest dance instructor of all time. Not bad on the eyes either. Bonus? Okay. P90X, that's a 90-day program. And P90X has 3 different packages now. Yeah?
Yes. And if anyone that gets, I don't know if you guys saw this, Success Club 5 or 10 gets all three P90X programs for free, y'all. It's like a $300 package that you're going to be getting for free by hitting Success Club 5 or 10. So this is not especially.
It's not P90X, P90X2, and P90X3. It's P90X, P90X base package, something else, and then 2.
Mm-hmm.
You get 3 P90X programs, which is about $300 worth of stuff for free if you make Success Club in September.
Exactly.
And then the other program you should know about is T25. T25 is 25 minutes or less. It is for intermediate and advanced aerobic levels, but it's an even shorter program. So if you're looking for a lot of bang in a short amount of time, T25 is the one that you're going to want to go to. We are starting to run out of time, so we are probably going to need another session for a little bit. Is everyone okay with that?
If you can't, that's fine. If you can, though, that's great. The other things we're going to load templates for, so I'm not going to go into them big, and then we'll do the other one just for signing a new coach. So it won't be super long. So right now we're just going to finish up closing sales, and then the next meeting will just be about signing a new coach. Give us 10, 15 minutes for that, and then we'll be done.
Yeah.
So the templates that we're going to be loading that you also need to know about is to remember to ask, do you have a new coach? We will load templates that explain how to handle if someone does have a new coach. First thing you want to know is, are you actively using that coach? Because then that is not your customer. If they do not actively use a coach or they do not like their coach, you can become their coach. It's super easy to do. It's a quick phone call. Customer service is super quick at it, happens immediately. Even if they purchase something and then realize that they already had a coach and that sale went to someone else, you have, I think it's 3 days maybe.
3 business days.
That's it. Days to transfer the sale over to you. So don't freak out, because that's the first thing that I did when it happened to me. Someone ordered something without realizing they already had a coach and then let me know, and I just called and they fixed it and I got the money like normal. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So we'll talk.
But don't take your sweet time on that, because in 3 days it's gone. You lost it.
Yes.
So.
The other thing that you're going to need to know is people are going to say, hey, Home Direct, does that mean I'm going to be charged again? First off, don't lie about it. We are trying to be honest. Hey, just so you know, Home Direct means you're going to be charged again. I will email you, and that's going to be really important that we let people know about 7 days before their order goes through again, when it's going to go through again. So when people say I'm going to be charged again, yes, if you like Shakeology and continue to want to use it. Otherwise, you can easily cancel it, and here's how. Give them the information. Super easy.
Yeah. And again, you want to give them plenty of notice, because they have to make any changes or cancellations 3 days prior to their ship date. Otherwise, they will be billed again, and they're not going to be happy if that's not what they wanted. And you're probably going to lose the customer. So be upfront about that. Be constantly reminding them of their renewal dates, and let them know that now's your chance. Make changes if you want. Make your cancellations if you want. Same, by the way, same with the BOD. The Beachbody On Demand is a quarterly charge that they will be charged again if they do not call to cancel that as well. So they can do both at the same time. Easy. It can be done in an email. It can be done in a phone call. It's super, super easy. But you need to be upfront, again, about that charge, because it will come out. As somebody experienced, Cindy.
Oh, Cindy did too?
Cindy got charged. She did call and they took it away or whatever, so it wasn't a big deal.
I got charged, and I called and I said, hey, I didn't want to pay for this. And they said, okay. And they gave me my money back.
Yeah.
So it's super easy. But the thing to note is that it's not that you're necessarily being charged again because your first month is free. You're going to be charged for the first time. So if you don't let them know they're being charged for their Shakeology, which is $130 plus $40, so they're spending $170 that they might not have known was coming and completely mess up someone's bank account. So definitely let them know, especially remind them about BOD because that was a big thing that we forgot in the beginning. We're about to get kicked off, so I'm going to end this. Everyone knows to click the exact same link, bring them back right here, and I'll see you guys in a second.